my name is Jen Vickers. I am the tech director for 3 offices in this region, one in Richmond, Kentucky, Legacy Group Consultants, Realty in Columbus, Ohio, and Realty Consultants in Southern Indiana. I've been the tech director for about almost 3 years now, and about when Command just first started. But also, I am a full-time real estate agent. I've been an agent for 16 years. So I know the ins and outs of what all a realtor does and needs as far as Command goes. So one thing that Gary Keller's preaching right now that goes along with today, we're talking about smart plans. And one thing that they are saying is, since this is starting the fall season or the winter season, that what you do today will affect your business in 3 months. So now is a good time to get your database going and to nurture your database and to fill it and to make it a really good database. And so doing smart plans, are you familiar what a smart plan is, Joe?
Yes.
I hope you don't mind me asking you. I know what Heather knows and stuff here, but a smart plan, for those that are watching, is it helps you do automation as far as getting to send out automated tasks or automated emails, automated texts. And so we're going to start. Let me share my screen. And feel free, Joe, if you have any questions, please unmute yourself and ask whatever questions that you have. So this is your dashboard. You log in. I want to say that you log in to Command at agent.kw.com. And let me log out so that you can see agent.kw.com, and you log in with your first initial and your last name, typically in a number, and then your password, of course. Over here on the left, or this is your dashboard, but over here on the left, these are what we call applets. And if you hover over each of these, you can see what they are, or you can click on this red KW and you can see what these are. But today we're going to concentrate on smart plans. Now, Joe, have you done any smart plans at all?
I started some when I first started out a couple of years ago, but I've kind of gotten away from Command just because things have gotten busy for me as far as doctor's appointments and things. So I haven't been in Command as much as I'd like to be.
Okay. Which understandably. Now, if you may or may not know, but they've added a lot of smart plans over this last year. They started out with 10 smart plans, and what you do is you can click up here where it says library at the top of the screen, and you could see they have now a featured section of new smart plans. There is a section here. These 10 right here are the original Keller Williams smart plans that they had, and you can see my screen. Is that correct, Joe?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And in these, you can see you can click on this right arrow to see the original. There's a biweekly nurture, 8x8, quarterly call plan, midterm. There's long-term, birthday, monthly neighborhood nurture, open house follow-up, home anniversary, and promote my app. Now, one thing that I recommend everybody to do is when you start a smart plan, when you start in Command, put yourself as a contact. Put yourself and use email that's not associated with Keller Williams. So use a personal email in there. And that way, when you want to try, like, see what a smart plan does, add yourself in as smart plan. And that way you don't have to test it out on anybody else, only yourself. Or if you have a spouse or kids or whoever like that you want to test it out with. But always, it's a really good idea. And you can do, like, you don't know how to do opportunities, that's a way to do an opportunity and connect up with either DocuSign or Dotloop. But putting yourself in there kind of helps you play around with it, and not have to worry about anything. So if you mess up, it's no big deal. I mean, everything's a learning curve. And then you can just scroll down here and you can see that there's here 850 smart plans that they have added. And then there's such a wide range of them. And then what's new, there's 50 that's new. So this one here, I have not seen this one yet, because it was just published today, it looks like. It's like the back to school for 2021. In order to see what the smart plan is, you can click here where it says view steps. So there's one step, there's no agents that are using it at this point because it's done today. But if you click on here that says view steps, you notice that there's an email. So if you hover over it, it's supposed to show you what this email is. And I don't know why it's not showing, but let me go ahead and I want to see what it is. So I want to click it over and click on add to smart plan. And it will take it to my smart plan. Each one has to have a unique smart plan in the library. So it automatically does my and whatever that smart plan is, but you can change this any way that you want by just going in and changing it. So I want to click on download. And let me go over up to my smart plans. And here's the My School. So I want to click on this pencil up here for edit so I can see what it is. That's why I can't see it, because it's a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. Let's see what this. I don't think that we're going to be able to see this design. There it goes. So this is what's going to be emailed to everybody. This backpack check, pencils check, an awesome realtor that can help you with new beginnings check. It is back to school time, which means new beginnings for students, so forth, so forth. You can see here where these lines are and these asterisks, your name would go in here. So you can click here, this little eyeball, if you want to see the entire email. It's going to go out. So you can see it has your name, it has your information in there. So if I want to use this smart plan, and you can see, let me show while we're on the screen, this is what it's going to look like. You can see here that there is a computer screen, there's a tablet screen, and then here's a phone. So what you're seeing is this is what, when they pull it up on their computer, that's what they see. And if you click on this phone, this is what it's going to look like on their phone. So let me exit out of this. Let's just say that this is what I want to use. This is created so that it automatically, any agent can use it. It's not specific just for this one agent that has created this. So once I can add stuff to this if I want. If I can go in here, I can make changes. When I double clicked on here and up here on the right, I can make whatever changes that I want to make. I want to click on done. If I want to add any other information, like if I want to add a new text box, I can click on here that says text. Click on there and you can see where the green line is where it's going to go. So if I see where that green line is, that's where this text box is going to go that I want to add. If I want to add an image, the same thing if I want to add a new image. So I want to save and exit because I like how this looks anyway. And so right here, this email is like the subject's going to be back to school. That's the image you're gonna see. It's gonna be coming from this email. It's gonna be coming from your KW email. I can, at this point, this is only one email that's gonna be out. There's only one task. If I want to add more stuff, like if I want to add in here, let's create, like, to make a phone call to everybody that I send this out to. If I want to do a phone call afterwards to say like, hey, how did your kids like the first day? Or if I want to send a text, I can add anything that I want to add on here. If I want to go ahead and I'm going to add myself just to see what it looks like. I'm going to add myself in here. I want to do this one. That one's my dummy one. So I want to add it to Smart Plan, send it start now, click confirm. So I want to double check to make sure that that will show up right. So I'm going to go to my personal email. Make it a second. I'll come back to that. We'll look at it in a minute. But let me here go back to other smart plans that you can have on here. You can search. So like if you have an open house that you've done, you can, and you wanted to create a smart plan to have people to call you back after, or to email, or to get some kind of communication going with somebody that you meet at an open house. There are tons of open house. There's 85 open house ones. You can see as you go through here that I think this is the original one because it says Keller Williams author right here. So this is the original Keller Williams one. There's 15 steps. There's 27,000, over 27,000 agents that use this smart plan, and 24 agents have ranked it that it's a 4.5 stars. 950 people have used this one, and it's like 29 steps. So it's a much larger one. And if you hover over this, you can see what all the rest of this that it says. But if you're curious of what this says, you can click here that says view steps again. You can hover over this, and if you have Twilio, it can automatically send the text. If you do not have Twilio, what it will do is it'll send you a task to send a text. So so here it has those brackets in there that says first name. So whoever that you add in there, you'll have their name in there. So I'll say like, hey, Heather, thanks for coming by. What did you think about the open house? So that will send, as soon as you add somebody in there, automatically they'll get a text immediately. Then the next day, so that they put in a delay for a day, and then this next task is it's a task to you to send a nice to meet you at the open house card or email. Or you can go ahead and have that email already in there. 2 days later, it gives you a task to call that lead. 3 days later, to send a text saying, hi, I have a few open houses coming up that I think that you would be interested in. Would you like to send you a list? 4 days later, another task to call. 3 days later, another text. How are you doing? Their first name. Just wanted to check in with you to see if you were available tomorrow. 4 days later, another task to send are you still home shopping email. 3 days later, to send a long-term nurture or add them to another smart plan. So, and some of these, like for this 29 steps, it's probably generally the same thing. But any of these that you do, you can change to make it yours. There are tons of 80 of these. If I'm going to go in to the smart plan, click on smart plans. I've already downloaded this one right here. If I want to edit this, you can see in here, If I want to add, and where they do the first names and stuff is right here where this function, that's what you asked for, Heather, before. That this function right here, I can add in somebody's first name, the contact's last name, I can add in their email. If it's appropriate to put in there, and that email could be and it'll have that email in there, is this a good email for you? And if they receive it, then it should be a good email, but just in other ways, like that can be put into a text, is this a good email for you? Their phone number, if you want to put in their birthdays, their anniversaries, and all. But this one, you can see that Colin Turner created this one. And you can see in here that he has in his information up here that I can go in and change, put in what my social media is. I can go in here and type in my name. And put in, instead of the Turner Group, the MVP team at KW Legacy Group. I can go in down here. This will be the next, you'll get a follow-up call task to call them in 3 days. 7 days later, an email is sent out, and again, it has, hey, and it has their first name. So you don't have to say like, hey, friend, or hey, how are you? I mean, it makes it personable, so they may think that you are sending out that yourself. And then all I need to do is go in and put my phone number in there, change my name and my business in there. If I don't like this one, I can always, this X means I can delete it, or I can move it up or down. So like if I want to do another 7-day delay, the most that you can do, I don't think you can do 2 sets of delays at one time. So you have to have something in between the delays. And the maximum delay that you can have is 30 days. So a month is the most that you can do. But I can move it up and down, save it, however, and just go through. If I want to create a task in there, I can make a call. But when I add these, it'll go to the very bottom. And so this is a task to say, like, when do I want to do it? So on day 29, so that's that day. And then what do I want the task to be? I can make it final call because this is like the last time of so many, and say check to see if they would like for me to send additional information or whatever in there. Then, but I will say, depending on what the smart plans are, if somebody starts responding to your smart plans, because a lot of these smart plans may be, I haven't heard from you, and then the next time it may be from a text and say like, is this still, I haven't heard from you, are you still interested? I haven't heard from you, and maybe not so many words saying I haven't heard from you, but once they start responding, you want to stop the smart plan, depending on what the smart plan is. I'm going to close out of this one. I don't need to save it. As this card changes. Do you all have any questions about how I did that? Or would you like for me to go any further? One of the easiest smart plans to use is either the birthday or home anniversary. I'd say the home anniversary, well, either one is easy to use. So you can go in here and undo home anniversary. Let's do that one, home anniversary. That this home anniversary is a simple one. It shows task, it'll tell you to send a gift card, and then 6 days later, it'll ask you, like, it tells you a task to give them a call. And what that is once you have a closing, like if you have a buyer and you have a closing, a week before closing, you will get the notification. So that, to me, this is a reminder. If you don't want to send them a gift card or a gift, then it's okay. But what you do is, to me, that's a reminder But I know in 7 days, instead of calling, I may text them, I may send them an email, I may put something on Facebook, I may do something. So this call, it's only like a task at this point. So I choose myself how I want to contact them. I have sent cards in the past saying, I bought home anniversary cards. And so this was my cue to give them a call or send those home anniversary cards. But this is one of the easiest ones that you do. And when you add somebody, let me go into my contacts. Because on one, I'm going to add, I have myself in here. I want to add in here my birthday and home anniversary so that you can see. My birthday's already in there, home anniversary, June 25th, 2014. So I'm going to say that. So when I go back into, and from the card, you can go back in now, and over here on the right, you can see where it says Smart Plans. You can click on Smart Plans. You can add them to a Smart Plan here. So I want to click on Smart Plans. And the reason why I put my birthday in here is that if your birthday, or if their birthday is not in here, then it will not be able to select it. So I want to put in here birthday, and I can select here. And saying, are you sure you want to do that? And then click confirm. Now I will say the birthday's kind of overkill, because the way that this birthday smart plan is that, and I hope that they're going to change it up some, but it has a week before somebody's birthday, it will give you notification that their birthday's coming up, and it has the date of that birthday. Then the day before their birthday, there's a task for you to call them. The date of your birthday, you get a task to put something on social media. And another thing that you have is that it will send a Twilio text. Now I will tell you, I don't care if you're my best friend, child, or anybody, but for my birthday, if I get a card from you, a call from you, something on Facebook, and a text saying happy birthday, I'm gonna think, okay, are you stalking me? So what I do for that one is, again, for where it's reminding you of a card, that's my notification personally to say, okay, it's coming up. And so, and to talk, does anybody need for me to talk about Twilio and what Twilio is? Let me just say really briefly, Twilio is a texting app that we have through Command that will send automatic texts to you. So right here where my name is, you click on where your name is and you go down to settings. Under the messaging, there's a Twilio, and you click here, it will have like to connect. And just so that you can see, it will give you a number. You can choose a number, and I have personalized my number. It will not be your number. It will be something that that is given. It cannot be your number at all. But you can choose from different plans. And the first time that you send out a Twilio number, you have to, you don't have to, but one thing that I recommend is sending and say like, hey, this is Jennifer with Keller Williams. Just let you know, this is my texting, business texting number. So you may get messages on there, so please save this number so that you know that it's me. But the smallest plan is 300 credits. And that's my current plan that I have, is $3.16. Now, a credit is a text going and coming. So if somebody sends you a text back, then you will see that too. That's also a credit. Now, an MMS, which could be like a picture or multiple, that it will be, it's 3 credits. So you can choose, and if you're familiar with the old cell phone plans, that's how that they used to have, like your minutes, you pay by the minutes, not unlimited the way that it is now. But you can see how you can build it up. But that is Twilio. How do you, and like I said, it can automatically go back or text to them. And you can see in here, you can see that I sent an email to myself regarding the back to school. So if I want to go now to here, let's see if it shows up in here now. Social. I don't see it yet. That's why you want to test it on yourself. But according to here, it has been sent. So just to also let you see, like as far as texting goes, I can send in here, or you can see the text. This one, I don't have my phone number associated with this one, but you can see the text in here also. Go back to smart plans. Does anybody have any questions so far? You can add people to smart plans by this screen right here. That, let's say if I want to add somebody to the My School 2021, I want to add in somebody else that's in here. Let me see if Leanne is in here. Leanne Martin. Let's send it to her. She's going to get it. Now I can choose here if I want to send it on the following another day instead of today. If I do I send it now, or do I send it another following day? To let you see another option as far as smart plans go is that if I want to choose multiple, let's just say you do multiple ones. Let's just say I want to send it to these people right here. So I have more than one. Let me do more. Actually, let me just do select all. And so when I send it now, there's also another option that's stagger over the next few days. So if I don't want to send, because once you send a smart plan, you may get stuff back from them like all at once. So if you want to stagger it, so this will say like how many contacts per day. I did, I think 16 a while ago. So I can choose how many maximum contacts per day do I want to choose. So if I want to do a maximum of 3, so for that 16, it'll be 3 will go out today, 3 will go out tomorrow, 3 will go out the next day. So that way I don't get influxed with a lot of contacts coming back to me. So if you do more than one person, this is the one that you may want to do, or it doesn't matter, you can do them all at the same time. Cancel that. I don't want to send everybody that one. But like I said, the easiest to start out is the birthday and home anniversary. To create a smart plan on your own, You can click up here in the top right that says create. You can call this
I'm sorry, Jen, where does it say create
in the top right hand corner.
next to our name?
Just below your name. Let me go back. It's right here on the top right. It's green.
Where are you pointing?
Oh, wait a minute. You can't see it because of the screen. All right,
Okay.
let me do one thing real quick. What do you see on yours?
Well, I don't have what you have.
Okay, see where it says create right there?
I don't see it there.
You're under the My Library. Go back to My Smart Plans.
Oh, I'm in command.
Okay. So
I see view catalog. But I don't see create,
you catalog.
but maybe I'm.
Are you, okay, have you clicked here that says Smart Plans? This is the dashboard for Smart Plans.
Now I found it.
Okay,
Okay, we're good. Oh, and I transferred my school. Okay, good.
so here, click on Create. And again, name whatever that you want to name it. I want to go, I've already kind of started it, so.
I don't see anything wrong with my school 2021.
Nope, I think that one you can easily just send out to those that have kids.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here you can see is the smart plan that I have created from scratch. That here it's I can change the name of it by, I can click right here, highlight that, change whatever name that I want to make this. I can add steps and save and then pick a trigger, which I can show you that. So let's just say I want to create my own back to school thing. So what I want to do is I want to send an email and put back to school. I can put in here, hey, and then I want to choose here a function, a merge function. And I want to say, I want to put in there the context first name because I like making it personal. So school has finally started. And this year is actually a normal year. Hope your child, and this could be, hope your family has a great school year this year. Whatever that you want to say. Put my name. Legacy Group. I can do that. I can put in here my team name right here. to add that in there. And then I can even add in my app link. So, and then if I want to add another task, I can put a task after that. So this will be day one. As soon as I add somebody in there, this is what they're going to get. So one thing about smart plans, it's in days, it's not in actual days. So it is 7 days, 5 days, 4 days. It's not August 20th, August 30th. So it's like whatever day that you do it, send it 3 days later, it's going to send you another task. So here I can say I have this, and then I want to set a delay of, let's just say 3 days. So 3 days after I send this email, I may make a call to everybody. So here the task name is call, I put in the function over here, call first name, space, last name. If you don't put that space in there, the first name and last name are going to be together. About school. Ask how their kids' first week went. So let's make this, instead of delay, let's do 7 days, make it a week. So this is like a week later. So you want to make this 6 days to make this to be on the 7th day. So you're delaying it 6 days. And then if I want to add in another task, let's say I want to put in a text after that. Let me put in one more delay. And so I want to add it, move up that delay. So I want to do a day delay here. So on this text for them, I'm going to say it was great talking to you yesterday. Hope we can catch up soon. Then I like putting in my text, because just in case, because it's not coming from my phone. So I have created this. Now I can choose in here a trigger. So I can add a step and choose a trigger up there to pick to get it to start. I can, in this call, I can choose a hyperlink. I can put a hyperlink in here to help me, like if I want to put already like a script, I can put the script link in here so that when I call them, automatically it will show up. So once I'm done, I'll click on save. And now I can add this trigger event. I needed to save it first. So the trigger, if I have, I can add a tag if I want to do trigger. This one, I'm just going to select people, but let's just, for example, like if this was an open house one, and if I tag somebody open house, once I tag that as an open house, I can, let's see. Okay. I can tag open house, choose trigger. So anytime that I want to choose that trigger, or if I tag somebody open house, this is the email. It doesn't make sense on this this smart plan, but that's how you add the triggers. So I'm gonna take this trigger off. But that's what the trigger is. So once you create the smart plan, you're able to add a trigger event. So one things that I have done, regarding change your, to remind people before, like to do the clock change. Does anybody know, like off the top of their head, like when the
think it's November 7th.
November 7th, okay. So what I can do is, on November 7th, I can create a smart plan to have everybody send out a text.
You'd send it out on the 6th.
And so what I would do is, I would create a smart plan, let's see. In fact, I've already started that down here, the smart plan change reminder. What I did is I have a text that's going to go out, says, hey, this is Jen Vickers. I just want to remind you that you get to sleep an hour longer tomorrow, so don't forget to move your clocks back on an hour tonight. And so the trigger that I'm not going to add the trigger, but if I want to add somebody to the smart plan, what I would do is I would click on who all that I want to add it to. Click on here, add to smart plan. Then I can choose here, start on the following date. So you said November 7th, you think?
Yeah.
So I would want to change this to November 6th. But you're right. And then click on confirm. And that way that I will send out an automatic text to them. Now, if you don't have Twilio and you don't want, you'll get multiple tasks saying, hey, text these people if you don't have Twilio. But you can maybe do it instead, you can make this an email and instead of a text. So for an email, I can't change this one because it's already active because I have somebody already in there. If I want to create an email smart plan for that, I can go create. Time change email. And so here I want to send an email. Subject. So it's fallback. Or tomorrow. How about this? Fallback reminder. Hey there. Just wanted to send you a quick reminder to change your clocks tonight. Hope all
Before you go to
is
sleep.
going well with you. Also, this is a great time to change your batteries.
And your smoke detectors.
And all of your other clocks. I have so many. I have 75 watches. Yeah. So when it's time change coming around, it's a pain in the butt.
I thought I was bad. I had 15.
Yeah, I'm a watchaholic. So let me go ahead and put this in here. You put your name. If you want to put an MVP, if they may not, it depends on how you want to put it. But what you do after this, I can click on save. Then I can add the people here. And again, I think whatever I add smart plan, and then I can choose this day to do it on the 6th of November. And click confirm. What kind of smart plans do you all, I mean, we have about 5 minutes left, but is there anything in particular with smart plan that you're itching to try? Whether it's here or on Zoom? or you have a question like, how do you do this? How would this make sense?
Jen, I don't have a question about that, but Jacqueline Brown had put in the chat that, does it notify you when they open it?
Yes. Yes. Well, I get a text showing, like if I send a text out with Twilio, that I get a text saying that they have seen it. As far as emails go, I think that it does. I'm trying to think that it does say that it has opened, but it would be under their contacts. If this has shown up yet, we can test it and see. But in my account, where it says that it is sent. Let me go back to- I'm gonna go to another one, somebody else. Let's see, on the texts. It's showing here. This only shows. I think it does. I remember seeing where they have opened it. Sorry, I don't have an example to show you. Anything else? The one that also I just sent, let me look at something real quick. I don't know which one I sent. She's not opened it yet. But I should get a notification that they opened it. Anything else? Any other questions? Did I answer any of your, or give you any ideas?
Yeah, it was pretty helpful.
Okay, good. Well, I appreciate you joining us today. And if there's any help, you can contact your market center tech trainer, that they're always there to help you, sit down with you, hold your hand. But right now, like I said, it's a great time to focus on your database, because what you do now is what your business will be like in 3 months from now. So, well, have a great day, and I appreciate you being here.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.